Alright, mic test. Yep, still sounds like shit. Camera test. Up, down, swivel here. Yes, that's my light. Camera quality. Pretty decent still, considering I'm reviewing this on my iPhone 7. Alright, let's get that up there. Hey everybody, welcome back to the newest review video. Sorry I was gone for a week. I didn't plan ahead. Shouldn't have started my YouTube channel a week before I was going on vacation, so I should have had something recorded so I could post it over vacation. Like I said, I didn't plan for it at all. But while I was on vacation, I got a lot of stuff to do in future reviews. And today, we will be looking at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch scale Cad Bane from Star Wars The Clone Wars. And oh my god, I love this thing. I haven't even opened it yet. And I am in love with this figure. Mostly because it's just Cad Bane. It's a figure that I've always wanted since it was announced, but I could never find it. I finally found one while I was on vacation, and I knew immediately with the new Cad Bane figure coming out based on the Bad Batch that I had to get a review in for this one. So, taking a quick look at the box here, you got it's your standard new Black Series looking box. Big window up here, figure nicely displayed. I wish it was the deluxe one so that it came with Toto, but I'm okay with just getting Bane because it's freaking Cad Bane, man. Oh, I'm so excited about this figure. So you have Star Wars Clone Wars down here in yellow, name down in yellow, warnings. Nice picture of Cad Bane on the side. Might actually save that. Nice little artwork, same little artwork on the back. Number 6, Star Wars Clone Wars down there. Gonna bring this up close so you can read it. Pause it there. Okay. Legal guff, nothing. Let's get this guy open. And here he is out of the... Oops. And here he is out of the box, and I just gotta say it, who thought Space Cowboys could be this sexy? Alright, shut up, nobody asked you. Sculpting and paintwork on this guy is... well, the sculpting is great. The paintwork, what paint that is there, is great. I do like the paint that they do actually have there. The sculpt that they have there is great, to the point where they've got little seams where you should expect them. And the leather actually has a leather texture on it. But the paint, that it just needs something. It needs a little extra oomph. So we're going to get into detail about that right now. So just going to remove his hat for most of the review. I get that's blasphemy, but I'm not going to have it fall off and put it back on every 5 seconds I handle him. So, just going to leave the hat off for most of it. And then, for the pictures at the end, we'll put the hat back on. So, bringing it closer, here is his head. And I love this sculpt. It looks like it walked right out of the Clone Wars. To the point where you actually, if you look closely, you have skin detail, like little bumps and stuff, and on the bridge of his non-nose, he actually has a scar right Where'd it go? Right there. There it is. But, no, love this sculpt. Love the expression that he's in. Because that just looks like Cad Bane. But, now the only thing that can make this better is a teeny tiny little toothpick. And even then, I don't care. So, turning to the side of the head, you have the holes for the tube sculpted into the side of the face, the cheeks. That's what they're called. These little rivet things right here. And then the back of the head. It's got some sculpted detail on the cloth back here, but nothing too special. But I love that. That looks beautiful. Following the tubes down to the back, you just have his duster. You know what? I'm just gonna... Ugh. There we go. Take that off, too, for most of the video. Following the tubes to the back, which are also really well sculpted, you have this little canister right here, little on his breathing apparatus. Then you have his leather duster. I'm assuming it's leather because they gave it a leather texture if you look closely. Love the sculpted in lines and wrinkles, and it looks kind of flowy. Not as flowy as, say, Batman's cape in the Arkham games. That's super flowy. But this has a nice flow to it. Going back around to the front of the chest, you can pull this aside and get a look at his pectorals. Cool little ammo belt right here. Mando had something similar going across his chest rather than down here with the canisters and everything. Love the buckle sculpts here on his stomach and then again here on the flaps of his jacket. Arm sculpts are amazing. I love these gauntlets. Like, they're perfect. I love the fact they even did the little spike flamethrower here at the bottom. And it's soft and rubbery too, so you can poke at it all you want and it won't break. So they thought ahead of that. These tubes right here are attached up here underneath the duster. So when you go bending the arm, be careful not to stress that or they will break. But nice little sculpted gloves, not too much to say there. Alien looking fingers. Going down to the holster. You got more of that leather texture there. That's the same on the jacket. And what is a space cowboy without space cowboy chaps? Huh? Looks like they're cast in a dark gray plastic with what looks like lavender, dare I say, for the dry brushing. Let's turn the light down just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Can't really see the dry brushing all that well, but it's there, I promise. But no, more of that leather looking sculpted in detail. And then down to his boots. They're boots, they're not too special. Got a cool looking jet thruster there and on the other side. But no, this is in every sense the most iconic look for Cad Bane. I love this guy. I mean, even the Book of Boba Fett, spoilers, even the Book of Boba Fett used this look for Cad Bane, minus the little bag, which didn't even take a look at that, so bring that up closer. Looks like it's sculpted in a grayish plastic. Nice little seam details running around the edges of the pouch. Don't know what these two little sculpted rectangles are. But, no, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's got this little texture to it. Feels kind of weird. Anyway, moving right along, we're going to go into articulation real quick. And this figure's more articulated than I thought it was. Most Hasbro figures, they carry around the same, articulation style. But, no, so you got a ball joint at the top and bottom of the neck. You can get up about that far if you stretch it, or if you stress it. But that far down, and then side to side, 360 degrees, and then you got to keep track of where you move it, because that little neck piece at the bottom, the cutout, the V, faces the front, and it likes to travel on you when you move the neck around. So at the shoulder, you have a hinge up and down, goes up about that far, and then you got a butterfly joint in there. You can see it right here. What is up with my lighting, dude? Got a butterfly joint right there. So it goes back about that far, forward about that far. And then arm can do a full spin. Bicep swivel at the bicep, hidden by the flap of the duster here, which was really clever. Then single hinge at the elbow, goes up to about 90. And then a hinge and swivel at the wrist. Both wrists go up and down, and then swivel like that. At the halfway point through the chest, the torso, you have an ab crunch, which doesn't really do anything except go back that far, which is fairly decent. Forward about that much, and then it acts as the waist swivel. No actual waist swivel at the waist, which is alright. Legs go up about that far. Thigh swivel, hinge and swivel at the knee, goes to about 90. And you have a hinge and a forward-facing pin for rocker. So overall, get him back into a neutral pose. Overall, articulation on this guy is pretty alright. I didn't see the butterfly joints at all when I first looked at this figure. So, taking off the jacket and seeing those was quite a surprise, but it makes sense considering, he points his guns forward, which, speaking of guns, going into accessories, we took a look at the hat and the bag earlier. I do kind of wish this came with, I still do kind of wish that this came with Toto, because that would just be the icing on the cake. But he does come with his dual blasters. Pull them out of the holster. And, these guns, they're not my favorite design, but you can't deny that they aren't iconic to the character. I mean, those are definitely his guns, and as soon as you see them, if you have any knowledge of the Clone Wars or anything, you're like, oh yeah, those are Cad Bane's guns. But nice long barrel, kind of revolver looking, kind of not. Nice sculpted scope up here, sculpted hand grip, which is painted brown. Painting on this is actually really, really decent. I mean, I've got a little brown paint bleed over here, but that's not too much of a problem. But overall, sculpt on this thing is just really nice. But that just fits into his hand. Open it up a bit. And you just slide it in there. Let it close back up. And it fits in really nicely. Like, it's not coming out. But yeah, you can do that with both hands. Both hands have trigger fingers. Both guns fit in really snug. Yeah, so. No, nice little grip on these. They look really nice. He looks really nice holding them. So, we are going to get into size comparisons now. Stick you there. Maybe. Please stand. Thank you. Stick your hat back on ya. And here he is next to the Black Series orange label Obi-Wan Kenobi from Episode 3. Not the greatest figure. Swapped out the head with the full armored Walgreens exclusive General Kenobi because Ewan McGregor. But yeah, they look really nice together. The only thing that I would have liked better is if this were the actual Clone Wars Kenobi. But even still, they look really cool together. Cad Bane looks a little shorter. And then here he is next to the Star Wars Mafex Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. Which, again, Cad Bane looks really short compared next to. I don't know if that's accurate to the show or any of the movies or whatever. But he looks just way too short. Anyway. Don't kill me. Those are the only two 6-inch scale figures I have on hand. The other ones are in storage at the moment. But, no, so I don't know what to say that can actually properly sum this figure together. Because the sculpting, the articulation, the presence, the silhouette of this figure is Cad Bane. And the only thing that's let down by is the dry brushing on it. So overall, it's a great figure. I love this thing. But it could be better. And you know what? With the new Cad Bane coming out, I can see them re-releasing this as a deluxe figure with the Toto 360 and better paint applications. And once they do, first thing you're going to hear is, why is it $30? So anyways, that's all from me today. Make sure to like, comment down below, subscribe, ring the notification button for more content. I now have an Instagram that I just set up about an hour ago. Follow me on Twitter. Just reach out. Let me know. Anyways, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.